Hello everyone, welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play. This is Mike as usual, and today, I always start my episodes saying today, so first thing, here is our industrial fertilizer. It's already producing a nice amount. It's not that much, but it should be enough. I've stopped my farm because everything was starting to overflow, and I need to, grab all of my projects and start doing stuff. So the first thing I want to do is um, start using my creosote oil and my weeds, and for that I want to start producing biomass out of my weeds. Later on I'll think of a way to turn them into biofuel, but the first step will be the biomass, and for that I want to use both the creosote oil and the fertilizer and the weeds, of course. So I've been preparing some things. First thing is down here. So if we go to the lower floor, I've dug a few blocks on the wall all the way from here. You see, here all the way they hide behind these coke ovens, and there you can see a hole on the wall, or in the wall actually, and that hole leads here, around here somewhere. It's this hole here. Okay, so this was where my reeds would come from somehow. I don't know yet the exact path. Here I've dug some holes also to be able to grab some creosote oil from my tank. I'll be using both the creosote oil as the fuel for my engines, and also as a liquid for my fermenters. And here I'll have my fermenters, and this pipe is where I'm going to be receiving my fertilizer. The point here is that this type of industrial fertilizer does not is not it's not usable inside the fermenters. So what I did is that I crafted one of these item cards, the Tart Craft, and I set this pipe to craft industrial fertilizer into fertilizer. So when I reach the other end, I'll get the blue fertilizer, which I can use on the fermenter. There's also one more thing that I discovered, that is that these manufacturer roller machines, at least the composter, will feed items into a sandstone pipe. So beware, never pass a sandstone pipe near it, because it will start receiving items. And suddenly I had a lot of fertilizer falling down here, so it was crazy. So first things first, let's build our machines. And I've gathered all the mats that I will need here, or most of them at least. And we'll start off with the biogas engine, which is a quite simple machine to build. So for the biogas engine, we will need a few bronze gears, actually, not copper but bronze, piston, glass, and bronze ingots, and we get a biogas engine. So the biogas engine will need two things. It will need lava, and it will need the received creosote. So this is what will power our machine. The next thing we will need is a fermenter, and this is what we will need for the fermenter. I just need to be completely sure of what I'm saying, but I'm pretty positive I have everything here. Yeah, okay. So quite simply, we need bronze gears. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, and we get 4 bronze gears. Okay, really simple. Then we will need to get ourselves stone gears, and from the stone gears we can make the bronze gears. After that, we should make a sturdy casing, and then it's quite simple. So we'll need one bronze orange powder, then glass, and we get a fermenter. So another simple thing that we need. So the way that this will work, that's something I still need to figure out a little bit, is that I'll have, by the way, before I forget, we will also need liquidates. And I've got here the materials, so we just need copper and hardened glass. And the redstone torch will be useful later on. So quite simple to build, you just need hardened glass in the middle, copper on the sides, and you get 4 for each. So I think we will be okay like this. So for starters, on this floor below, I want to have my power generation, and I'm having stupid issues with this. Okay, so I want to have my power generation here. So what I want to do, my opinion, best would be to have here something like this. And the only problem with this is that now I can't get out. But okay, something amongst these lines to do so. Okay, this looks better to me. So okay, so this will probably be enough. So all that I need now is to add another liquid here and change it to output mode, and it will only extract if it has a redstone torch. So I need to place a redstone torch here and it starts extracting. So okay, this is the basic part. Then I'll need to take it to the upper floor. Well, I actually don't need, but this is the best way because like this I'm extracting it from below. So here, oh no, this is not what I wanted. Come on here. Okay, let me change this a little bit around. So maybe best way, well, it's not bad to have it this way because I can always do something like this and have it input as well, output as well. So this, and also right click here so that it connects. Liquidates are really nice because they will not, and I repeat, they will not connect to nearby nearby liquidates, as opposed to pipes where I need to use a special pipe. That's a good thing about liquidates. So all I need now here is my biogas engine, and my biogas engine should be upstairs. So, and why am I dropping blocks everywhere? So here's my biogas engine, and I'll need something else which I'll grab soon. But first, here it is, my biogas engine. And I can turn my biogas engine if I want to. Maybe not using this wrench, but there is a wrench for that. I don't know which wrench it is, but I'll soon discover. Okay, then, well, since I'm poor and I don't have any since I'm poor and I don't have any redstone power conduits yet. I repeat, yet. I'm going to make some stone. I believe I can make them like this, conductive pipes, and these will be more than enough. So now here I have 12 of these. So first part first, I can even try and do something here that will ease me. So I can place my power pipes here, and like this will guarantee that my biogas engine No, maybe not. Well, I'll fix it. Maybe. No? No, it doesn't work. This is not the way, but, well, that will not be a problem. Okay, so this is part 1. The next part will be to connect our liquid fermenters. And I know that, for an example, that the fermenter, I can place my fermenter here, for example, and I can put my liquid up here, and now I just need to click it like this, and the fermenter will start receiving creosote oil. Okay, first part is okay. Still, there is no energy, so that would be part number 2. So I guess that maybe could even change this a little bit and have it input directly here. Looks like a really good idea to me. So now I have here my conductive pipe. So like this, I'll just need to turn this engine up so that it will output into the upper level. Okay, and then I just need 2 ingredients. I'll need a stack of this inside the fermenter. This. Okay, I'll need a stack of fertilizer. I'll grab one since I'm here. Okay, seems simple and logic to me so far. And now I need power, so I need to figure out what is the correct wrench for that. I know I have another wrench up here. I'll just test it, else I'll try to discover it off camera. But here's one and here's another one. Either of these, one of these must work, I'm pretty sure. So here is already okay. Now here is no. This doesn't work as well. So I need to discover which is the correct wrench. So I'm going to read a bit on it to discover it, and then we'll start working on automation, which is, in my opinion, the most fun part. The challenge here is to find a way to guarantee that I always have fermenter here and that I always have the sugar canes. Okay, let me just check what is the correct wrench here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've built a few things. I discovered what I was doing wrong. The correct wrench, as far as I know, is actually a bronze wrench. This one, which is quite simple to do. You just need to put bronze ingots in a Y form, and it will work like. And after you had that wrench, there was still something else. If I go down here, I can show it to you. Look at my pipe here. I have a wooden conductive pipe, and this is why the engine wasn't turning. So I believe even a normal wrench will work. Then, the other things that I did. These engines will only start with a redstone signal. So what I did is I came up here and I set up these little gates connected to my rednet cables, and they have a simple instruction. If it has work, it will send out a redstone signal. And for them to have work is to be able to work. So they will not send a redstone signal if they are missing sugar canes, or if they are missing fertilizer, or if their tanks are full. But if they can work, because they have the materials and they have room for biomass, they will send out the redstone signal. And, well, this is a really simple way to automate this and to avoid using, creosote oil that goes wasted. So this is part 1. The second thing that I also was doing wrong was that I was using the brown fertilizer here, the industrial fertilizer. I need to convert it, and it's really simple to do. I'm just going to show you because I think I haven't shown it to you, but this is, well, more or less like a NOR dictionary operation. So if you have the industrial fertilizer, you just need to put it in a crafting area, and you get fertilizer. And this is pretty much what I did here. So I have here a force transfer pipe with an item card, and I put this recipe inside of the item card. So once I start pumping the industrial fertilizer from that chest, it will go through this force transfer pipe and it will be converted into the other fertilizer from forestry. So this is pretty much it. So the next things that I want to do is well, first let me just explain what I did. I have here one of these chutes and another one. They are more or less like a buffer. And on one side I have a hopper with fertilizer, and I'm going to put my fertilizer here. And on the other side I have a hopper with cobblestone, which I don't need, and sugar canes. I can put more sugar cane there, can I? So, okay, I might need a third and a fourth one, because I think I've used a few already there. So something like this, okay, great, and here as well. Oh, also dirt, no, can't be used. And on that side, I have fertilizer. So how I want this to work, this is probably not the most effective way, but well, it's a simple way. I like to use simple builds with complex builds. It's a mixture. I like in the beginning to use the most simple machines, and later on start using the most advanced. So this is my way to avoid having already all of the machines. Else this would be far easier. So I want to have some insertion pipes, which are my favorite pipes now, here with gates. And they will send out the redstone signal whenever they have space in their inventories. And the redstone signal, for example, in the case of the fermenter, will be sent here. I'll have probably an automatic wooden pipe with the gate there, and if it receives a red pipe signal, it will send out the industrial fertilizer. It will go through the force transfer pipe, get turned into the blue fertilizer, and it will go inside the hopper. Once the hopper is full, it will send out a signal saying, no, I don't want any more. And I'm going to do exactly the same for the sugar cane. And I already have a path. I'm going to send the sugar cane to this side. I don't know exactly the path yet, but it will come over from this side. Great, and now I'm out of power in my electric jetpack. Okay. Well, I'll solve this in a second. So I'll be right back once I have built at least all the pipings. I've shown you already the path that I want to use. So I think this will not be that hard, but it might take a while, and I think it's not worth to have it on camera. So I'll be right back once I have something to show you. Okay, I just went ahead and built nearly everything. Nearly, because there might be some changes that I want to do in the future. But, well, just to give you the basics. How did I build this? I've changed this around so that this first fermenter is being fed by cactus, and the other one is still by sugar canes. And I had this running for a while. I already have a nice amount of biomass, and what I figured out was that the output of biomass of sugarcane that I have and the excess cactus that I have are not enough to keep that working. So this was full about, I don't know, a few hours ago, and it's slowly decreasing. The same with the cactus here. They are slowly decreasing. So what I did was I connected some gates in order to contain this correctly. So let's start off from the top, just to explain you everything that I did, because I've changed a few things in the automation, and well, they are basic since this is a pretty basic system, but let me explain you. First, on this it's the same automation for both sides, so I'll explain it with this side. Okay, how does this work? On the right side we have the fertilizer, on the left side we have the cactus, and in the chutes in the middle we always have 2 cactus and 2 fertilizer. Okay, and whenever cactus gets consumed by the fermenter, it will be pushed by the hopper on the left side, and the same by the fertilizer. My problem here was that since my cactus output was not enough to keep up, eventually I would run out of cactus. This hopper would be with these two slots empty, and fertilizer will start entering there. And that would, well, the system would need me to do maintenance all the time, and that was my biggest issue. So the automation for the fermenter side is quite easy, so I just have an iron gate here saying that if there is space in inventory, you should send a red pipe signal. And I have another one on that side, and it's a blue insertion pipe. So how does this work? I have all the pipes all the way here, then I have an automatic wooden pipe here with another iron gate there, and it says if you receive a red pipe signal, then you should extract items. And so it will go through my force transfer pipe, will be transformed into the blue fertilizer, and it will go in here. And if any of these, mainly if this one consumes the fertilizer before that one, once the fertilizer arrives, if it has a place to fit inside this hopper, it will first fill this hopper and only then fill this one. So this is really simple. This side has no problems. This one, well, this one was trickier because I had to find a way to stop the whole system if I ran out of cactus, or for the same reason, if I ran out of sugarcane. So what I did was pretty simple. First, on this side, this is really simple. If you have space in inventory, you will send a blue pipe signal. Okay, nothing there. Let's go to the other end and see the cactus chest. And here on the cactus chest, I have a small trick. On the cactus chest, I have two instructions. First, if you receive a blue pipe signal, then you should extract. So, as we said, when we have space on the inventory, on that hopper, it will send out a redstone signal, a blue pipe signal, and this will send items. Okay, this is the same as the fertilizer. But I have something else. If by any reason the inventory on this chest is empty, it should send a blue pipe signal. Okay, let's go take a look at our engines and fermenters. Okay, as you can see from here, I've connected my blue pipes using cobblestone structural pipes and the red pipe as well down, and I have here one gate. This gate isn't doing that much, but well, I left it here anyway. But it's not the most important part. It doesn't do much. It just turns on and off the liquid ducts, and well, to be honest, it's more or less redundant, so we don't need it. But here is a trick. I have the blue pipe wire connected here on both sides, and what will happen is pretty simple. I have here a gold AND gate, and what it says is that if the red pipe signal is off, if the blue pipe signal is off, and there is no power requested, and there is power requested, then it should emit the redstone signal. And this is the case at the moment. So I have no pipe signals, and since the fermenters are working, they are requesting power. So what would happen if for some reason my cactus ran out? I ran out of cactus and my chest was empty. Well, then there would be a blue pipe signal. Or if I ran out of sugar canes, then there would be a red pipe signal, and that would be enough to turn off this redstone signal. So the whole system will stop if I run out of any of those materials. Of course, these engines will also stop whenever my hoppers request materials, but that's always a really short amount of time, so that's not much of an issue. The other thing that I have here is that if there is no power requested, they will stop. So that's a way to avoid wasting creosote on. And that might happen. Let's imagine, for example, that my biomass tank is full. Then these all the pipes there will be filled, the fermenters will stop working, and they will no longer request power. So I think this is a really simple setup using gates to avoid these overflows and avoid these mixtures. Of course, this would be far easier with applied logistics pipings or logistics pipes, but well, I decided to try these, and really I cannot stop telling you how much I love these insertion transfer pipes. They are one of the greatest things of this game at the moment. The only point that I need to focus now on is that I needed to use these gold transfer pipes, gates, these gold AND gates or gold OR gates, because they support the blue pipes. For the circuit, the logic circuit regarding the sugar canes, I only have iron gates, because they are using only the red pipe wire and they don't need the blue. So this is pretty much how this works. I think it's a simple system and it's easy to understand, and I will not have any problems with it. I won't have to do anything at all now. It will start simply pulling out biomass for me. It's not very quick, it's not the best, but well, it does work. And it's simple and it's a nice project. So I guess this pretty much clears this project. Now I'm going to start thinking about what I should do with my biomass and my trees. So now I have to think of what to do. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to post any comments, subscribe to my channel if you like to have all the latest news regarding my videos. And well, thank you very much for watching, and be seeing you next time. Bye bye.